Hey guys, I think I will start off this feeding video with the Thrixopama ockerty. This one is usually a very good eater, so we'll see if it is in the mood to eat today. The one that's to its left is maimed. It's got a little gore sticking out of it, so it may not move quite as much. I knew it was coming. We just had to be patient, didn't we? That's my dog over there chewing on her bone, choking on it. Well, very good. Would you like another treat? You want that too? It's already got ooze coming out of it for you. No? I'm sure you'll get it later. Alright. Enough on the Thrixopama ockerty. Very good. Here is the lair of my Tarantulas murinus. Orange baboon tarantula. Let's see if she would like a superworm today. Yep, I would say so. As usual, just like in most of the videos featuring this one, we pretty much only get to see the legs. But if you want to know what a Tarantulas murinus looks like, Google it and you'll see. It's a beautiful orange tarantula. Gorgeous tarantula. With the traditional African baboon markings on the abdomen. Very lovely. Alright, well, you enjoy. And while we're here, this is my dog Slinky. And she is enjoying a bone, as you can see. It's one of those bones that has meat inside of it, and I'm serious, it has actually smelled up the whole room. But at least it's a good meaty smell. But yeah, she's having fun. Oh yeah, she loves these things. She's my little weenie dog. Just thought I'd show her off before we move on to our next tea. Slinky. Slinky. Look at Mama. Slinky. Yeah, you're too into that bone. Alright. You enjoy that. This is my Brachypama vagans. Let's see if this one will have a superworm today. Yep. I believe she wants a superworm today. What do you think? Aren't you cute? You gonna let me take a picture of you before you go into your cave? Although I do have a lot of pictures of you already with the worm in your mouth. Or in your fangs right now. Isn't she gorgeous? One of the more skittish of the brackies. Mine is no exception. This one gives me threat postures sometimes and does flick hairs. But she sure is a looker, isn't she? Velvet black with a red abdomen. Oh, she's just beautiful. Alright, well, you enjoy that. That good? Yeah, that's good. Okay, guys. This is my Acanthoscurria geniculata. And this one appears to be in pre-molt. But I'm going to offer he or she a cricket anyway. And see if she wants it. Because I don't know. She's a very good eater. Just as I thought. Look at that abdomen there. See how dark it is? How swollen? Yeah, she's not interested. So I'm going to take the cricket out because you don't want to leave prey in the same enclosure with your tarantula when they're about to... Okay, yeah, you can have that. Yeah, I'm in pre-molt. I don't care. I'm still going to eat. Remember, this is an Acanthoscurria, folks. Evidently, this type of tarantula has to be really on the verge of molting before it will stop eating. I am going to have so much fun with this tea. I can see it right now. When it gets older, it's going to be very entertaining. I mean, it's entertaining now. But it's going to be huge. And these things just eat like there's no tomorrow. That's why I love them. Plus, I love the way they look. Well, you enjoy that. Fooled me. Alright. This is my Nandu carapanosis. Brazilian red. This one doesn't eat on camera very much, but maybe she'll surprise us someday. There's the one. Well, it's about time. It's about time you decided to show us your feeding response on camera. I may only have one other time where you do it. Thank you. Very good. Nice. When this tarantula grows up, it's going to be kind of a grayish, brownish color, kind of like what you see now, but it will have pink hairs, kind of a pink hue on the hairs all over its body. And they grow up, I think, about 6 inches, 6-7 inches, something like that, leg span. So, yeah. Nandu carapanosis. One of the few tarantulas that John 3800 doesn't have, because he said that they are more difficult to acquire where he is. So So I guess that's kind of impressive that I actually have a tea that he doesn't have, because he has so many. But he has many more than I do. I only have 20. He's, what, has 200 something? Well, there you go. Alright. Thanks, guys. Here's one of my most hair flicky tarantulas. This is the Acanthoscurria brocklehursti. And as you can see, the abdomen is starting to darken and get swollen. But just like with my geniculata, that may not stop it from wanting to feed. So we'll give it a shot, and I'm going to feed this one a smaller superworm. And here's a good one right here, perfect for you, sweetie. Yeah, it didn't stop it. Okay. Wow. You definitely don't look hungry, I'll tell you that, but that didn't stop you. Man, these Acanthoscurrias are pigs, I'm telling you. If you want a tea that eats a lot, get you an Acanthoscurria. Geniculata or brocklehursti. You won't be let down. Seriously. Look at that. You know, and I feed my teas every week. Some people feed them every 2 weeks. Some people feed them every 2 or 3 days. I feed mine once a week, sometimes twice a week. And this tea acts like I never feed it. But as you can see, I do. Look at the abdomen there. As my friend Frank says, look at that rump. He's always making fun of his tarantula's rumps. No, he just feeds them really well. All of his teas look healthy. He's a very good tarantula owner, keeper. It's a very good collection, Frankie Cato. You should go check him out. He's got some awesome teas. Teas that I can only dream of having right now. Well, there you go. There's the brocklehursti. We'll take a picture of this sweetheart. Alright, thanks guys. Here's a look at my Poeclotheria striata, Mysore ornamental. And we'll see if this one's hungry. The abdomen looks pretty full already, but we'll check it out. See if you would like a smaller superworm today. Alright, let's see if oh, there's a small one. Oops. I can keep from dropping it on the floor for the second time. Don't you want that? No? Yeah, we'll leave it in there. And you can get it later. Or you can wait a month or so and it'll turn into a beetle. Well, anyway, there's an update. Alright, thanks. This is the Chromatopoma cyanopubescens, green bottle blue. Yes, thank you. Look at that green carapace. Blue legs don't come out as well as I'd like in this type of lighting, but they're blue. This is my favorite tea, my most prized tea in my collection of 20. How could it not be your prize tea? I mean, look at that. You don't get much prettier than that. The only tea that I think is prettier than that is probably the P Metallica. But it's close. That's just my opinion. And these are quite affordable too. So that makes it extra nice. Well, very good. I knew you wouldn't let us down. You rarely let us down. Although your abdomen already looks pretty full. Man, you're going to explode. Might have to wait longer next time before I feed you. Yeah, this one will eat till it explodes, just like the Acanthoscurrias. Alright, well you enjoy that. Green bottle blue. I'm not going to feed this one today because I just rehoused it and I wanted to get used to its new home for a day or two. But this is my Brachypoma abopilosum. I rehoused her and he or she in a bigger enclosure. So I think she will really appreciate that because she does move around quite a bit. So there she is. Isn't she cute? With all those little curly hairs. So there's just an update on her. Her abdomen's already quite swollen anyway, so she may actually be in pre-molt herself. So there's an update, and I have this water dish. This water dish is actually quite big, but the water is not deep, and I have pebbles in there to keep crickets and tarantulas from drowning. So we're good on that. But there, that's her old cave, so I put something in there that is at least familiar to her. Might even be some old webbing in there, which would be nice. But new substrate, new enclosure, new water dish. So there you go. Honda and curly hair. Thanks. This is my Nandu Colorado Velocis. Let's see if this one's hungry. I think in my last video, this one may have been the one that took a while before it finally got the prey. You like keeping us in suspense, don't you? Yes, you do. Now come on, darling. Clock's ticking. Don't you want to impress the people? Hmm? I'm going to have to move it closer to you before you'll move. Oh, I kicked hairs at it, huh? Looks like you might be in pre-molt. I'll leave it in there and just check it out later tonight. And then if it still hadn't eaten it, I'm going to definitely take it out. Because the abdomen is looking quite dark and a little on the swollen side. Or are you going to trick me just like the geniculata did? You going to trick me? Oh, that looks more like a defensive strike to me. Yeah, you don't want that in there. I think I'm going to go ahead and just remove it. Because that was defensive. It was cute, wasn't it? Seeing that from a little bitty tea. Not going to be so cute when it's grown up when it does that, huh? Especially if my finger happens to be in the way. Alright, thanks guys. This is my Brachypoma Smithy. I'm going to give this one a little super worm. Wasn't that cute? How I just went after it and just like that. That was really cute. Good girl, or boy, whatever you are. Hope you're a girl. That way I can have you for a long time. Because you're definitely one of my favorites. One of my more pricier ones, too. Another reason why I want you around a while. Kind of that's cute, wedged in between the two leaves there. You're in your little hammock. You get to eat in your hammock. Alright, well you enjoy that. Mexican Redney. Thanks. This is the layer of my Tarantulas brachycephalus. As you can see, there she is down there. She's very mean. That's typical for this species. So I'm going to put a superworm in her webbing and see if maybe this time she will eat it on camera. Unfortunately, she didn't eat it on camera last time. We just kind of sat there and waited, only for nothing to happen. So maybe we'll get a little bit of luck this time. This is a tea you don't want to play around with, because it is ugly acting, let me tell you. So, okay. Fine. Get it yourself. Or you could just keep striking. This is the common name is greater horned baboon. Rather than a horn, it's actually just a protrusion on top of the carapace, a black protrusion. It doesn't become a horn, even though it has the word horned in the name. But it is an old world tarantula, so it's not one to trifle with. And very defensive, as you saw. As usual, I try to help it out, and it's like, I don't want your help. I'll get it myself. Fine. Acts like a teenager. Maybe she is a teenager. I don't know how old she is. Now, she's not going to get much larger than that. You gonna get it or not? You just gonna wait till I turn off the camera and put the lid back on and put you back where you belong? That's when you're gonna get it. I think I got this tea getting food maybe once or twice, and that's it. I've noticed that, well, when I first got her, she was not defensive, and that's because she was scared. But now that she settled into her home, oh, she's very defensive now. She defends her territory. So it makes perfect sense. Alright, well, you can get it yourself. We at least got a good look at you, and you struck a few times for us. And she's, as you can see, she has one of her legs actually on the worm. So she can feel the movement very easily. I think she just doesn't want to eat in front of us, so. Alright, I'm going to shut the camera off. Then you can go eat it at your own leisure like you always do. Alright. Bye. Well, unfortunately, my Australian blue leg, the Phalagea species is not coming out of its hide. It could be molting, or it could have just molted. So what I did was I just left a very maimed cricket at the entrance of one of her burrowing holes that she dug, and just leave it there, and I'll check on it later, make sure the cricket is still there. And so yeah, I could very easily lift up all of the webbing and the cork bark there and all that, but it's all webbed so well I really don't want to ruin it, so I'm just going to leave it as it is, and just sorry we don't get to see this one today. Okay. Well, unfortunately we got some losers in a row here. This is the home of the Heteroscadra maculata, Togo starburst baboon, and I can't even find it in there. I mean, it's buried in there so well, and it could be molting, because it is about time that it would be. So what I think I'm going to do is just change enclosures. I mean, it's vertical, which is what I want, but the pill vial is very fuzzy. I mean, it's not clear, really. It's not clear like one of these. You know, it kind of has that fuzzy sheen to it, you know, but I want one that's clear like that, because I rarely get to see this tea, and I want to see it, and I know you guys want to see it too. It's not much to look at right now. It's just a little tiny grayish greenish thing, but yeah, I'm sorry we can't see this one, but I'm going to put a very maimed cricket in there just in case it's again molting. So I'll put a cricket in there and make sure it, you know, it can't hurt the tea. So we'll just leave it like that. Alright, thanks guys. This is my Phonopama Simani. It has molted, and it's been a week, so we're going to see how hungry this tea is. I'd say very hungry. That's what happens after a molt. After they recover from a molt, they're quite hungry, as you can imagine, because they went a while without eating while they were in pre-molt. Well, unless you're in Acanthoscuria like we discovered earlier. But yeah, Costa Rican zebra. This is a burrowing tea. Well, at least mine is anyway. After the molt, I still do not see any striping of the legs, so I don't know how many more molts it's going to take before we see the stripes, but hopefully... You need some water, girl? My dog's hassling over there. She's been chewing on that treat for so long, now she's thirsty. But there you go. You enjoy that. Glad we could finally get an attack. We have, what, 3 or 4 in a row? Where we just had updates only? If even that. A couple of them we couldn't even see. At least we get to see you. You look good. Alright, awesome. Isn't he cute? Alright, I'll get the light out of your face. Thanks. This is my Salmopoeis armenia, Venezuelan sun tiger. I'm going to stick a super worm down in there. As you can see, under the cork bark here, it made a tunnel. There's the tunnel that leads to the basement, the cave. And it is very tightly webbed in there, believe me. So I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm not going to mess it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the worm at the entrance of the cave and see if it's interested. Let me get my feeding tongs. Here. Find a worm that's not too big, because the abdomens are already quite full. There we go. It's at the entrance now. The worm was like, help me, get me out of here. Ah. He had me feeling that way too. This thing eats like crazy as well. Uh-oh. He's touching it, examining it. Up. There we go. Awesome. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Thank you for entertaining the people. We've had some letdowns, but some good ones too. Very good. Good job, girlie. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I named this one Bolt, as in lightning bolt, because that's as fast as it goes. And plus it's got the Nike stripe / lightning bolts on its femurs. So it's beautiful tea. Another, if you like black teas, get you a Brachypoma vagans and get you a Somopolis armenia. Get you a Grammostola pulchra. There's some beautiful black teas for you. But out of those three, I think this one's the prettiest. Alright. Thanks a lot, girlie. Alright. Thanks. This is my Lasiodora parhabana, salmon pink bird eater. This one's probably my runniest of all of my slings. This one is moving constantly. Well, except for right now. But yeah, as soon as I open the lid, it's just going all over the place. But unfortunately, we're not going to get to feed this one today, because this one molted too recently, so we need to let it harden up just a little bit more. Although it doesn't move like it just molted. I mean, it's been a few days, but not quite a week yet, so we'll give it just 3 or 4 more days, and that should do it. So there's an update on that one. If you want a large tea that's easy to care for, get you one of these. These grow up to be comparable to the Theraphosa blondies and the Sturmies and the Apophysis. They get nearly that large, but they don't require nearly as much humidity, so they are very much okay. Get in there. So yeah, are you a male? You're very leggy for one thing, and it's like, but you know, you got a ways to go before you mature. So, but anyway, there's an update. I'm gonna close the lid before it tries to escape again. Okay, thanks. Can anyone guess what kind of tea this is? I don't know if the lighting kind of distorts it slightly, but this is a Brachypoma bomi, the Mexican fireleg. I'm going to offer this one a cricket and see. You know what? Hold on just a second. I might have a little worm. I don't know if I've ever given this one, well, not a super worm anyway. Let me see if I have a small one in here. They're all pretty healthy looking though. I don't know if we're going to be able to give this one a worm yet. They're just a little too big. want to press my luck. These worms whip around like crazy. Aha! Here's a good one. As I said, they whip around like crazy. Okay, well, it's a good thing I found you a small one. That poor tarantula. There's no way it could have taken down a big one of those. Forget it. That tea would be whipped around way too much. You probably would damage it. But it looks like this one's got that worm good, so I'm not worried. I figured that this one could tackle it. This is my only sling that I believe could tackle a superworm right now. Well, you know what? I think my LP could too. But since, like I said earlier, since it's in the recovery from its molt, I'm definitely not going to give it a worm. But yeah, other than that, no, my other slings are just too small. It would hurt the tea. And you saw the struggle that this one had. So, but it looks like to me the worm has lost. So, Tarantula 1, Superworm 0. That was a pretty cool fight, wasn't it? A little scary, but I was like, don't hurt my tarantula. But no, it did just fine. The tarantula has the fangs. They win. It can pierce the tougher exterior of the outer layer of the superworm. Wow, you're going to be an awesome eater. I could see that right now. That's a brachy for you. A brachy could do it. Got it right in the head. Well, that's the best place to do it. Although if maybe in the middle, it might not have been as too bad, but yeah, very good. Alright. We'll take some pictures of this one. Are you gonna web now? Yeah. Alright, well, you enjoy your huge meal. That should last you for quite a while. In fact, you probably won't even be hungry next week. Alright, thanks guys. This is probably the most well-known tarantula in the hobby. This is the Grammostola rosea, Chilean rose. We'll see if she would like a superworm today. Guess not. She ate, I believe 4 times in a row, and now she's probably about to go through another fasting period. She seems a little interested. Yeah, she's feeling it. She's a little interested, but obviously not a lot. Typical. Oh well, she's not going to molt anytime soon, so I'm not worried about that. She molted not too long ago. well, she's kind of boring, but yeah, she's really cute. I like her. She's just boring when it comes to feeding sometimes. Most of the time. Who am I kidding? Alright, thanks. Well, can anyone guess which tea this is? This is the Nandu chromatus, named Fruitcake. Let's see if Fruitcake is willing to eat a superworm. I'll give you a big one. Oop. Definitely interested. Yep. You can see that worm whipping around in there. Where'd my flashlight go? Oh yeah, she got it. No problem. Thank you for not letting us down, because you're the last tea I have. Alright. Awesome. Good girl. Alright, thanks guys. Thanks for enjoying my feeding video.